we meet the NASA scientists who repaired a spacecraft from 15 billion miles away, the Voyager 1.
NASA has been celebrating after engineers managed to fix their Voyager 1 probe. It was a big task.
Well, we're hoping that both Voyager spacecraft will last until their 50th anniversary in about 3 years. And if everything goes well and we don't have any more hardware failures, it's possible that the Voyagers could last into the 2030s.
Have you ever wondered if the human race would go extinct, or maybe one day live with aliens as partners? Just like in sci-fi movies, what if the unknown is about to happen? Well, we will never know. After all, it is the unknown. However, what we do know is that Voyager 1 has been on a journey into the world of the universe, and now it just might have encountered something bigger than we can all imagine. As it ventures more into spheres unreachable to the human race, it has recently sent mysterious signals from space. Could these be messages from aliens? If yes, what does this mean for us? Join us in today's video as we discuss everything Voyager has found thus far, including the alarming new message it recently sent in response to better understand the situation before moving on. After covering a distance of more than 15 billion miles, Voyager 1 and Voyager 2 project the wonder of the universe. These two probes can be called our very own ambassadors to space, bearing golden records that are specially designed to get more answers about the universe and, of course, the extraterrestrial civilizations. If they exist. One feels amazed and inspired while thinking back on the Voyager missions. The Voyager 1 and 2 spacecraft represent the unbridled curiosity and ambition of humanity. Our knowledge of the cosmos is still being shaped by their groundbreaking discoveries and enduring legacy. Given the risks involved with space travel, the decision to launch 2 Voyager spacecraft was on purpose. Despite technical difficulties, the redundancy proved crucial in guaranteeing the mission's success. The Voyagers transformed our comprehension of the solar system while on their expeditions. Their contributions are immense, ranging from finding new moons and rings around Saturn to taking in-depth pictures of Jupiter's atmosphere. The 2012 launch of Voyager 1 into interstellar space was a significant historical event. Its data analysis produced surprising results that refuted earlier hypotheses on the edge of the heliosphere. Launching these records was, as Carl Sagan said, an optimistic gesture for future extraterrestrial discoverers. Even with anomalies, known flight system problems made launching 2 Voyager probes essential. Voyager 1 and Voyager 2 both successfully launched into history, setting out on a momentous mission to explore space. Notably, these spacecraft took the first ever picture of the Earth and Moon together on August 18, 1977. NASA's purpose was to explore the wonders of our solar system, in addition to orbiting the Moon. Though the solar system was once thought to be perfectly spherical, careful planning allowed for effective planet-to-planet travel in August and September 1977. To understand the nature of the contract and its ramifications for Voyager's mission, the NASA team is currently reviewing the data. There are concerns over the nature of cosmic exploration and the possibility of contact with extraterrestrial civilizations when it comes to the possibility of coming across an unidentified object in interstellar space. Having 2 spacecraft increased the chances of the mission's success because the Voyager missions were flyby anomalies that would take a lot of time to diagnose and correct, potentially causing the U.S. to miss an encounter and all the science that might result from it. The same tactic was used with the Mars exploration rovers Spirit and Opportunity. It soon became evident that the 1-2 punch approach was the ideal one to use Voyager 1's scan platform, since the swivel that rotates its cameras and instruments from side to side remained stuck for several weeks. Having 2 rovers offers us a wider margin for error in addition to redundancy. Fortunately, Voyager 2 produced fantastic results at Saturn despite the technical issues, but the anomalies reinforced the value of redundancy in having a backup craft over their grand tours of the solar system. At Jupiter, the Voyagers took tens of thousands of images and measurements that significantly changed our understanding of the outer planets. They gave us our first detailed ideas of how the planet's atmosphere moves and evolves, showing that the Great Red Spot was a counterclockwise rotating storm that interacted with other, smaller storms. They were also the first missions to spot a faint dusty ring around Jupiter. Finally, they observed some of Jupiter's moons, observing Europa's linear features that were among the first indications that it might have an ocean beneath its surface, and bestowing upon gained the title of largest moon in the solar system, a title that was previously thought to belong to Saturn's moon Titan. Next, each spacecraft flew past Saturn, where they measured the composition and structure of Saturn's atmosphere, and Voyager 1 also peered into Titan's thick haze. These observations led to the hypothesis that Titan might contain liquid hydrocarbons on its surface, a theory that has since been confirmed by other missions. The two missions noticed the gaps and waves that are now widely recognized when they studied Saturn's rings. As Voyager 1 left the solar system, it discovered 3 previously unidentified moons orbiting Saturn, Atlas, Prometheus, and Pandora. Meanwhile, Voyager 2 continued toward Uranus, where it discovered 11 hitherto unidentified moons and 2 previously undiscovered rings. There are still numerous mysteries surrounding Uranus, including its peculiar magnetic field and the unexpected lack of significant temperature variations at different latitudes. Voyager 2 made its final stop on Neptune 12 years after departing Earth. There, it carried on its mission of discovering the rings surrounding Neptune, just as it had done at Uranus, and discovering new moons, including another haul of 6 tiny satellites. Voyager's trajectory was meticulously designed to optimize its journey, requiring a minimum modification in approach to its destination, as it was powered by ergs instead of solar or conventional fuel. Because the voyages did not run on solar power or regular fuel, which was necessary given the distance ahead of them, the first trajectory was directly in its path and would not have to veer off the path very much to where it was going. Though some may disagree, it is impossible to dispute the significance of understanding the solar system in general. It became evident after the first year that it was well worth it to send the $865 million probes into orbit. Within a year, the Voyagers had arrived at Jupiter and had sent more than 4,000 images of the planet to scientists on Earth. It also discovered a second brim and 2 new moons. On August 25, 2012, before the Voyager spacecraft officially left the solar system, it sent back a family portrait of the solar system that included all of the planets, the Earth's small size. And the grand scheme of things was revealed for the first time in real detail as it broke through the helium pause and heliosphere. NASA scientists had altered the trajectory to take Voyager 2 outside of our solar system. No one could have prevented it from breaking through the barrier the Voyagers left on their journey. Though the speed of information has slowed, we can still obtain data from the solar system's edge, so waiting a few hours for communication isn't too bad. However, questions have been raised this year regarding the Voyager's functionality. Though it isn't in perfect condition and several of its systems had to be turned off in order to keep it running the same way it has been for a while. These spacecraft have been communicating with Earth by sending signals that indicate difficulties with navigation and activate a safety mode. These kinds of problems are normal given the 45-year time frame of the project, according to project manager Judith Dodd. The spacecraft made contact with an unknown object, possibly a rock or gas pocket, while it was not in safe mode. Although exciting, this first contact raises both excitement and anxiety, highlighting the uncertainties surrounding extraterrestrial interactions. The NASA team concluded that the spacecraft's malfunctioning altitude articulation and control system was the likely cause of the issue. Additionally, given how far away the spacecraft is from Earth, the fact that it took 21 hours to receive information each time suggests that you would have to wait at least a day to learn what happened. This malfunction corrupted the data before it was delivered to NASA, but fortunately, it was discovered in time to prevent the spacecraft from becoming disoriented while it was in orbit and from sending signals to a dead computer. Fortunately, it was an issue that the NASA Control Center on Earth could handle by providing the instructions provided by the spacecraft, which enabled it to reroute data back to the relevant computer. NASA was able to fix the message corruption even though it wasn't even anticipated that the Voyager would be functioning this well 5 decades after launch. Scientists working on the project are unsure whether the Voyager's decision to broadcast signals by a dead computer after decades of operation was a conscious decision or a glitch, even though the Voyager continued to function normally after the upgrade. They don't know why Voyager switched, other than if it came into contact with something that changed the way it sent signals back to NASA. There are 2 scenarios assuming that the Voyager is currently farther away than any spaceship has ever gone. For the first time in 5 decades, the Voyager experienced an unplanned malfunction or other complete disruption. Something about the way it operated caused it to send us a notice, which we may or may not fully understand at this time. However, this doesn't mean we should ignore it because we don't understand it yet. There's a chance this message is more complex than we are being led to believe, in which case the Voyager accomplished more than anyone could have possibly imagined. Additionally, it made contact with entities that have communicated with us, and if we manage to acquire just one message from Voyager 2, it may be the start of something far greater than anyone could have ever dreamed. If we're successful, it's likely that we'll discover more about the unknown. This error may prove to be far more advantageous in the future than we now believe. Future technologies might make it possible for us to determine exactly why Voyager encountered the problems that it did with the concept of living in spaces. Horrible. We have no idea how intelligent it could be. As for what happens after, we haven't discovered it yet beyond our solar system. We aim to be the ones to find extraterrestrial life, so we must continue searching. This video begins with an ominous sound. Please subscribe to our channel to see more videos like it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next.